fight the power like BITCHUTE.
What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
Yin and yang, seasons change, everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down, everything seem to change. Yin and yang, seasons change, everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down, everything seem to change.
The time is now, no bezel. I am God, the flesh is just a vessel. Last warrior standing after the smoke settle. Word wizardry, and none of y'all is on my level. Religious dickheads live on their knees looking to the sky. I put a hole between your two ears, piercing your third eye. Now the static in your attic, watching your soul fly. At nighttime I can hear so many souls cry. What's illegal is said to be a crime, but what's legal is more criminal than a convict's mind. Racist ideology, separatist paradigm. The yin and yang is a duality in my slang. When you battle the god, you're pissing in the wind, cutting off heads with words that come from within. Some say it's the ancestors I'm tapping in, or harness evil spirits from a jinn. It's just pure skills. Listen to my frequency as the god builds. No mason, but stack bricks up to the gills. Tartarian skills, pulling from the ether aura of Earth's energy field. Yield, slow down and pump your brakes. Knowledge is wisdom and self, I put faith. To pray to a stranger, to me it's just a waste. I am God, one and only soul controller. My heart is more cold when I'm sober. If you think you have a fighting chance, it's over. I come crashing down like a landslide of boulders.
Yin and yang, seasons change, everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down, everything seem to change. Yin and yang, seasons change, everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down, everything seem to change. Yin and yang, seasons change, everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down, when everything seem to change. Kamikaze. Got 100 pounds of bomb on me out on Bible. If you sell it to me, you would die holy. I know creatures whose features change, shape shift, and the next day they don't look the same. I think we're pawns in this crooked game. I fill my heart with joy, but where do I put the pain? Where was my morals when I was pushing cane? In the gang doing 2 a days. If you a slave, it's because the system you behave. A beehive is a replica of the brain. A ant built the pyramids before the humans came. In a woman, the sun is furthest away. In the summer, the lightning comes before the thunder. Nothing comes before the mother. Moving cane don't make you able to turn on your brother. I got a magazine, don't make me put you on the cover. Yin and yang, seasons change, everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down, everything seem to change. Yin and yang, seasons change, everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down, everything seem to change. Yin and yang, seasons change, everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down, everything seem to change. Yin and yang, seasons change, everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down, everything seem to change.
Man, what happened to Dean? I just let him up. Let me send this fucking thing again. Alright. Well, no one's here anyway, so why should I rush? I really give a fuck. People always got a lot to say, but when it comes down to war, they always want to pray, but they mouth be rambling with no delay until they realize that I'm a spade. Boom, boom, boom. Burn up, boom. Alright, Dean.
Having a bit of trouble with your sound, bro.
Because I'm fucking on my laptop. I just want to play this video real quick.
I'll turn the camera off. Come on, Cam. Oh, shit, the thing. Shit, this bloody thing. What's it doing? Ah, there we go. No.
It's just a good and let me hurry up and play it.
While we're worrying about history, here's what the government worrying about. Hey, dig this, man. Keep it a whole band with y'all. While we're worrying about history,
Oh.
here's what the government worrying about. These motherfuckers.
Micro air.
Bloody magpies are going on.
No, that's the male.
Alright, come on.
It's the male at the bottom of the drive. Not all the magpies. She'll think, oh, it's gone already. Is it gone?
That's enough. That's enough. Sorry about that. Hey.
Man, I hit the wrong button. Tools and tools and KTPs. Hit the wrong button on this mouse. It boots me out. Oh, I did it again. I'm about to smash this button so then it'll never be able to be hit again. Hopefully it don't boot me out again. I hit the same button by accident because it's right on the side of my thumb.
What pees me off about bloody these things is they make the bloody digits so small that your finger overrides onto another one.
Yeah.
You think the bloody machine would be smart enough to know which one you're trying to hit. Maggie's are going off this morning.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I love hearing them in the mornings. Nothing like the dawn chorus of magpies.
Quick.
Hey, dig this, man. Keep it a whole band with y'all. While we're worrying about history, here's what the government worrying about. These motherfuckers.
Micro air vehicles, or MAVs, will play an important role in future warfare. The urban battlefield called
MAVs. They said micro. When y'all be seeing these bugs and birds and all that shit, y'all really think them is bugs and birds? It's probably, I give it 40% real birds, 40% real bugs. The rest of that shit is MAVs, bro.
for tools to increase the warfighter's situational awareness and capacity to engage rapidly, precisely, and with minimal collateral damage. MAVs will be integrated into future Air Force layered sensing systems. These systems may be airdropped or hand-launched, depending on the mission requirements.
So dig this. They can fly something over your neighborhood and release 500-600 micro cameras that look like bugs.
The small size of MAVs allows them to be hidden in plain sight. Once in place, an MAV can enter a low-powered extended surveillance mode for missions lasting days or weeks. This may require the MAV to harvest energy from environmental sources, such as sunlight or wind, or from man-made sources, such as power lines and vibrating machinery. It will blend in with its surroundings and operate undetected.
And these little motherfuckers know how to get free energy. Did you hear how they charge themselves up? Listen again. Probably went over y'all head.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Wind, or from man-made sources, in days or weeks. This may require the MAV to harvest energy from environmental sources, such as sunlight or wind, or from man-made sources, such as power lines and vibrating machinery. It will blend in with its surroundings and operate undetected. MAVs will use microsensors and microprocessor technology to navigate and track targets through complicated terrain, such as urban areas.
Now you see why I don't give a fuck about all that history y'all know. All what the ancients was talking about. Only reason why I listen to the ancients and talk and read about them is because I know the world was way more advanced back then, so you can kind of get a glimpse of the future. Other than that, that history shit is useless. But peep these niggas up.
An MAV operating in urban terrain will have more agility challenges than larger UAVs. Obstructions can cause wind gusts, even on a calm day. One way to overcome this is to learn from examples in nature and use flapping wings to fly. Sending an oncoming gust, feedback control directs the wings to flap asymmetrically, compensating for the wind. Small size and agile flight will enable MAVs to covertly enter locations inaccessible by traditional means of aerial surveillance. MAVs will use new forms of navigation, such as a vision-based technique called optic flow. This system remains robust when traditional methods, such as GPS, are unavailable. Multiple MAVs, each equipped with small sensors, will work together to survey a large area. Information from these sensors will be combined, providing the swarm of MAVs with a big picture point of view.
These niggas said a swarm. Is y'all listening to this, or do y'all think this a bunch of baloney? Man,
No,
this
I
is
think
what
you're
they
right.
doing right now, man. This video like 4 years old, bro. They're doing this right now, bro. Stupid.
Data will be communicated amongst the MAVs to enable real-time, reliable decision-making and to provide an overall surveillance picture for other platforms or operators. Each individual MAV may perform a very distinct mission from its fellow swarm members. While some MAVs may be used purely for visual reconnaissance, others may be used for targeting or tagging of sensitive locations. Individual MAVs may perform direct attack missions and can be equipped with incapacitating chemicals, combustible payloads, or even explosives for precision targeting.
Packed with chemicals or even explosives. Is y'all listening, man? Where y'all woke, right? Well, keep studying hyperbole. Look, listen, bro.
Individual MAVs may perform direct attack missions and can be equipped with incapacitating chemicals, combustible payloads, or even explosives for precision targeting capability. MAVs may carry sensors to detect chemical, biological, or radiation threats and relay this information to human operators or to other unmanned platforms.
To human operations or other unmanned platforms. See how I just said unmanned platforms. So even these things have a platform for themselves. If that's what he mean, I could be wrong. I don't know the jargon he's speaking in, but to me, unmanned platforms is robot platforms. That's just how I'm taking it. I could be wrong though. Let's go.
Like their biological inspiration, MAVs are not limited to flight. The agile hovering, perching, and crawling MAV will fulfill the mission popularly termed dull, dirty, and dangerous, like no current system can. MAVs will become a vital element in the ever-changing warfighting environment and will help ensure success on the battlefield of the future. Unobtrusive, pervasive, lethal, micro-air vehicles, enhancing the capabilities of the future warfighter.
Go ahead and call him, man. Yeah, go ahead and call him, man. This shit ill. I'm just trying to tell y'all this shit ill. You call them, they in Dayton, Ohio. 937-476-2587. Go ahead and call them. You think this a bunch of baloney, you can actually go visit them. Hey, but y'all be easy, man. Wake the fuck up. Don't wake the fuck back. Y'all niggas is waking back up in time. Wake up in the future, bro. It's a different world surrounding you. And y'all
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch over to
Wow. What did we say about that, Chuck?
I know I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna switch over to my phone so I don't have no interference. All right. Now, shout out to Sir Drop. And I've been trying to speak to people about nanotech I remember I was making videos on nanotech and how it was in the jibba jabba Jew, but
Yeah.
they kept taking them down and saying, no, fact check this and that. But forget about the jibba jabba. Let's talk about, you know, I know people don't want to go to war and shit.
Sorry. You had a live or a video you did a couple of days ago, and you said, has technology gone too far? And that question has always been a big one for me. I would say where we are, even with this, say, last part of history, a reset, I think technology's been around, like Drop says, for a very long, long time.
So do I.
Just how far has it gone? How far could it go? And can it go to a point where it cannot be contained? Is my big question, right?
They say it's self-learning. I mean, people think Siri, whatever her name is something. Even Google, like these people could barely answer, or people. This computer program could barely answer questions, let alone. Computers to me are dumb. It makes people lazy in thinking and looking stuff up. They'll keep asking. Yeah.
They're programmed.
But
yeah.
My thing that worries me is the weapons. That's what worries me. The nanotech, like stuff they can do. Our privacy.
I think that's the real thing for me, Chuck, is how small of this nanotech can they build?
Smaller than needleheads. I researched a lot of it.
And how far can it go? And so when you think about like a micron, they talk about microns in plastic that are getting into bodies of animals and fish and things. So if we've got a bloody a nanotech the size of a micron, that means it can go through our bodies.
It's true. I'm gonna show pictures while we talk about this. This nanotech. I think this technology in the 60s, they had cell phones, and because I got pictures somewhere I seen a picture in the 60s of a woman doing a FaceTime call, and it had the old school house phones with a screen. I think a lot of this tech, like the ancestors, definitely had it. But something happened. I don't know. And I don't know. Maybe people think a world where you're totally controlled.
I actually think, the lie about the globe is the same lie that they use about the tech. They say that we didn't have tech. They tell the average man wouldn't know that there was a lady riding around on a scooter in the late 1800s, right?
Electric scooter at that.
Electric scooter at that, exactly. I talk to people about it. They go, you're bullshitting me. I show them pictures. They go, that's got to be.
And then their next reaction is, those pictures are fake. They're generated by AI.
Exactly. And so you're trying to bust through a barrier of people who just are blind to this stuff, and they don't really want to acknowledge it, really.
Man, I even tell people, I remember having calculators, and I think it was 5th grade, that were solar generated. And someone brought that up like 6 years ago, and I said, Holy shit. You know, because I never really thought when these solar panels were coming out, I never thought of calculators in the 80s. Plus, I'm pretty sure they were out in the 60s. So, the tech.
Yeah, well, I can remember
Man.
a torch coming out, and the torch had a little wind-up handle on the side of it, and you could wind a dynamo on it, right? And that would wind up the power. You didn't need to have any outside source. You just wind up the little dynamo, and that gave you the power. But, you know, like Sir Drop was talking there, and he was saying there's different ways. So it's just power to work, you know, and so you can have a little wheel with a weight on one side, and it'll continually turn, and so he was talking about like nanotech sticking itself to the side of a vibrating machine. Well, that vibrating machine will keep a constant turn of that tiny little wheel going, to keep the energy flow built, you know, the energy built up. You there? Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep.
I just, you know, I think about all this tech and stuff and how they're just tightening the noose on our neck, man. And they don't care. You know, if we walk away, they don't care, man. They're going to keep, it's not going to stop. They don't care if, you know, you get what I'm trying to say? They don't care about us.
No, I know that. I know they don't care about us, Chuck. Really, they don't. I mean, we're all we are is fuel, right?
Yeah, it's going to happen regardless. We could turn away and think everything's going to be good. It ain't going to go away, man. So I'm trying to tell people.
How do we deal with that sort of stuff when it's around us, you know?
Yeah, I've seen pictures of those little insects. I can't even think today. Mosquitoes. Jeez. Come on,
mosquitoes
brain.
and fruit flies, I've heard.
Hold on.
But how would you know what a bloody real mosquito and a fake mosquito would look like in 10 years, 20 years' time? Nobody will even know they even had a real mosquito. It'll just be some kind of tech. As far as, you know, the Joe public goes, they'll just think it's just some kind of tech. I mean, I can see myself in 20 years' time, if somebody's lived a whole life in a virtual reality type existence, they won't even know that nature would have existed, right?
Hopefully, it don't get as far as they want to. Just imagine having infinite amounts of money. Do you think it would corrupt your mind? You know, having, say, $1 trillion. You got the mansion, the cars. You could do whatever you want, you know?
Yeah.
Would it corrupt your mind to the point where you get bored and maybe you're doing corrupted shit? Maybe you're selling kilos. Maybe you're using, like JP Morgan does, the way he uses his ship vessels to smuggle bricks and bricks and bricks, and then they blame it on the captain. I mean, these people play chess. They got it all set up to where it's almost impossible to really tag anything on them. They're not stupid people. You know, these are very intelligent criminals. Because if they weren't, they would have never got this far.
I mean, the whole thing of it, when you look at it, it is the whole system is built on a criminal basis. You know, the world's about bloody using us to get the energy they need. Like we're the people who build the roads. We're the people who build the infrastructure for their system. So it's like we're used to build it, and then we're used to blame for it, right? They blame us for this, and they blame us for that. If we weren't consuming, they wouldn't need to make it. That kind of bloody scenario. I mean, I feel like the way they keep this place running is the fact that we are consumers, and as long as we're consuming their products, we're keeping it alive.
We have to think of something, man. There has to be, like, some people don't want to do nothing, and that's fine. That's your choice. I don't hate on nobody.
Well,
not everyone's built for everything.
Yeah. And some people don't want to do nothing. Well, and that's fine. But hey, it's the people that are doing nothing that are keeping it going, though. That's the thing,
True.
It's pretty bloody hard to tell people, okay, it's all right, you can do nothing, you can just sit over there and take it. But as long as there are people sitting over there willing to take it, there will be no change.
I like that picture I just had up. It said Second Amendment original. Oh man, I forgot what it said already. Original. Hold on, I gotta go pull it up.
I got brain fog today too, so don't worry about it.
It could be the fluoridated water I drink.
Yeah, I don't know.
It says right here. It says Second Amendment, America's original homeland security. Right. We don't need all these organizations. The CIA, the FBI, all this bullshit. Man. The police department is probably just as big as a business as the churches.
It is today. It is today. I mean, and another thing is that all these institutions, churches, police, all these sorts of things are all just institutions. That fit the agenda of keeping us enslaved.
Yeah, look how they use incidents to, tighten the noose even more. Like with 911, and then that January thing where they went in the Capitol, because they know their time's running out. They know people are going to think of some way to break free from this.
The time is running out, but what are we talking about when we say the time is running out?
So where the system's going to change. If it goes to digital money, to me, we're super fucked at that point. That we're fucked. Like complete digital. Yeah, people say, oh, we got digital now. We got credit cards. Yeah, I know that, but we still have the opportunity to have cash in hand, which is the best IOU. That's what I mean, like when time's running out, more or less.
Time's running out before the bloody fully shut the doors on any escape. Yeah.
Yeah, they're ready to do something. You know, they're getting ready to drop a bomb and point a finger like they did with September incident. You know, they started pointing fingers quick, and then everyone fell for it.
Do you
Uh,
think that there will come a cataclysm that can end all this? Do you think that is a possibility
well,
as well?
well, I think it's a possibility because and the sad part is we dug them underground bases and scientists, whatever they're doing down there. They have a lot of it underneath. But not once did anyone say, why aren't we building us a bunker for the people? You know, it'll be like, imagine the guy who wants to kill you says, all right, I want you, they force you to put the gun together they're going to use to shoot you with it. That's how I feel. This society is like built everything up for them. And you know what they do when they use you up? Look what they do to their own soldiers that fight wars for them. They throw them out when they get home like they're a fucking used up piece of toilet paper.
Yep.
So what makes
They've
people
done the
think they
job-
give
they've
two
done the
fucks
job
about
for the
us?
bloody government, and they come home. They think they're going to get their bloody ticket to retirement, and nothing. Yeah.
And what if they're about to roll out robots? I pretty much think because China got the dog out in the park. It's a digital dog, just like the ones I showed from the movie. And if they're putting it in movies, it's about to be.
It's coming to a town near you soon. Yep.
Watch that movie, Dean, Code 8.
Code 8.
Yeah. There's a part 1 and a part 2 for Code 8. And man, they got the dog, and they use people. They say it's gonna end police brutality and this and that in the movie. And the people they got the dogs on the street, and then they have these drones that fly around, and they drop these like super soldiers, but they're like cyborg. I don't know. They're computer people. They're not. I mean, computer people. What a stupid name, right?
Robots.
Yeah, the robots. But they're more than robots. They're freaking. You got to see the movie. They got one eye too, and they drop them from these huge drones that they fly, and they could scan your face from the sky. They tell you look up. They make people look up or they'll shoot at you. And when you look up, it scans. Everything comes up about you. And I said, man, they're putting this in a lot of movies lately. I said, fuck. They probably got everyone's facial recognition. People don't realize that.
Yeah.
If you got a cell phone, you gave your face up already.
Yeah, it's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. Yeah.
Fingerprints, DNA,
the whole thing.
iris.
They take our bloods when we're babies. They take our bloody footprint, our bloody fingerprints. All these things are all bloody recorded. And, you've got to have a birth certificate, basically, to be able to buy anything in this world. You can't go and, say, procure land unless you've got a birth certificate. You can't procure a car now unless you've got a driver's license. I mean, you've got to have some kind of certificate to enable you to get anything these days. I mean, you have to have a driver's license if you want to, or a passport if you want to have a power account or a telephone account.
Yeah, son Mao. Share it.
I'm I'm just having a little
This
chaff
might
up here.
this might be a little too. This is the politicians right here. This is what happened when they messed with the people back in the days. Yeah, no joke. This is what happened to them when they would step on people's rights.
Hung in the tree.
They were taking a nap. They were taking a nap standing up. No, I would rather see him in a jail cell. You know, what if, you know, I was thinking too, man. I said, let me play devil's advocate. And I said, what if all this trafficking and the drugs weren't as bad as they're saying? Like, what if all that was bullshit just to keep the funding of police so they could build up their army and shit, right? When have they ever found a bunch of children that were missing, right? Like, I've never seen this serious shit. I thought about this. I said, man, come to think of it, I've never seen nothing on the news about them ever finding a big load of people that were taken. I gotta be careful what I say so they don't take it down.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying there, Chuck. You know, it's always surprised me how we never get to hear about any of the survivors that might have survived out of Paradise, for example, right?
Yeah.
You just in the news and that, you know, I mean, there must have been people that escaped. What happened to them? I mean, what happened to all the people who are out of their homes, out of sort of like a flood or something like that, and they've had to evacuate? You know, do they ever get to go back to their homes? Do they ever get to come back out of these camps? You know.
Look at this. This is those look like parasites falling from the sky. Those look like nanobots.
Yeah.
Being thrown from the heavens, the nanobot bugs.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. All these little like fires on their body or different parts of their body that are affected.
These are all symbols of the... Why is one bone missing and they placed it with 3 drops?
Looks like 3 drops of blood, doesn't it?
Yeah. The hell? They broke a bone. BDLLECOS. Huh. I just realized yesterday a chessboard is a pyramid.
Right. There you go.
I was mind blown when I seen this picture. I said, wait a minute.
That's bloody interesting, isn't it?
This picture is odd.
Hmm.
That's Jesus. He looks like he's been smoking crack for like freaking 16 months.
It's fucking washed out to the bucket, to the mouth.
Right? Like he's been through the ringer, man. Poor guy, yo. They're always showing him like suffering and shit. Always. For the 90% of the time, man. That's all they show that guy. Suffering, suffering, suffering.
To me, I don't think this place was meant to be a place to suffer to begin with. Do you think that? We're meant to suffer?
Nope. I think at some point, somebody tipped the scale. Man, what happened to the fucking... And I don't know. Something happened that tipped the scale. Some people think duality has always been, and that could be a possibility. Who knows?
What's that, Chuck?
What? Am I bugging? Where'd my lighter go? I lost my lighter. I can't smoke my herbals.
I buy 2 lighters at once nowadays, right? Not I can afford the extra all the time, but sometimes you just got to bloody build up your supplies. Because you put it down somewhere, and where the fuck did I put that? Oh, bugger it. Oh, well, I got another one here. Yeah. I think the nanotechnology is the one that, I don't know, you know, people think it's fun to have all these smart gadgets, but in time to come, I don't know, you know, I think the bloody, the minds of people have lost the desire for adventure, you know? You know, do you used to adventure, want a desire to go on an adventure? I do, you know, like, imagine bloody being able to pack up a big ship and just sail to any land you want and go and have a look at it and see what it looks like, you know?
Yeah, we've
like
been kept from that. That's
you
what
know,
sucks.
imagine being like in the 30s and 40s, in the 50s, when a man could buy a bloody ship, a sailing ship, or get one built and take an adventure and go anywhere, you know? I mean, we just can't do that anymore.
What's with this guy in a tree? You know, I got him here burning in this tree. And then in this one, they're cutting him in a tree. And then I had just had another one of him. Like, who is this guy? Has to do with the Bible, I think.
Well, there might be some biblical scholars around in the chat that might be able to help us out. Hope everyone is well today in the chat. Hope you, I can't see who's there, but I hope you're all well. Big hugs to everyone.
These guys are rolling dice. Looks like he got a blunt in his hand. Oh, he's pointing his finger.
641. I wonder if that was an unlucky throw or a lucky throw.
It adds up to 11. 7-11.
Do you think
The
anything's
hell's
going to
this?
come of the 8th of April?
Oh yeah, I want to talk about that. That's right. You sent me that stuff. That's 10 days or 11 days for my birthday.
When's your birthday?
The 19th of April.
Of April. Okay.
I'm going to pull up that map because it's going to miss Connecticut by a little bit. Now, I hope I could see it.
Well, they say it starts in like somewhere out in the Pacific, below the equator.
No. How could it do that when it looks like it starts in Atlantic? Well, maybe from here it starts.
Oh,
but,
okay. Yeah, okay. Of course it has to start in the Atlantic and come down, right?
No.
Or come across.
This is what
Which
I'm about
way?
to show you. Look, this one's coming from the east, but this eclipse that happened in April of 2005, it came from the west. I think this is 2005. So what the hell is going on? Because all eclipses should come from the east to the west. How the hell is something coming? You know, some of these ain't real eclipses, I don't think.
They only come from the west when the sun's moving away from you, right?
And it comes up, down. It looks like because
comes from the east and goes out to the west. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going around in a circle, though. I think, and the continents aren't really shaped like this.
It has to have a loop in order to return, doesn't it? Like the size of the loop depends on whether it's the season that it's summer or whether it's the season of winter, right? So that's tracking in. This one here is tracking in from where? You there? Oop. Has he been booted out? No, you can't. Your mic's muted, Chuck. Chuck, your mic is on mute. If you can read the chat, or if the chat can read. Anyway.
All right. I had to use the
there you
bathroom.
go. Oh, sorry. Okay. So your bloody mic's muted, mate.
Let's see. Yeah, Tony Afterverse said his B-Day is 7/11, allegedly. And I say, if they change the calendars and shit, I guess when it comes to time, it's all alleged, because time's man-made.
Yeah, well, whatever our birth date is it's locked in that configuration. Whatever, we can't escape that.
I want to live like 200 years, Dean. Maybe 300. We don't have enough time here to enjoy this place.
I'll tell you something, Chuck. You know, I mean, because of the Bible, I learned, you know, learned about Noah and Noah's father Methuselah and all those guys. You know,
Yeah.
and the fact that they had the age groups ranging anywhere 600, 400, 300, 900 years. Even without having the Bible to reference that to, as a child, I used to think I was going to live forever.
Me too.
And even as I got older, I still felt like I was going to, you know, as I grew older, even like up to now, I still feel like I'm not on death's door, so to speak, you know. Of course, when you get, buddy, when you feel ill, it changes your mentality, and I think that's how we get old, is that we are subjected to illnesses through depression and things like that, through eating, you know, bad food, drinking too much, drugging out too much. But all of these things, you know, have caused some kind of illness in us. And I think it's the illness factor in us that ages us. It's not actually our body. If we never got the illness, or subjected to the that depressive state, then I think our body wouldn't age. There's a recording. Maureen was talking about it the other day. Some elderly man in some country overseas. He's 140 years old. He's got a big smile on his dial, and he don't look 140. You know, and I think that's the thing. If you don't allow, I don't say allow it, but if you can somehow keep
gotta find that inner peace.
Yeah, focused on that inner peace, focused on that not allowing that misery and depression to overtake you. I think that's the people that live a long time. Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's nothing worse than a bad back, and I got struck by one the other day. I did something. I was working on a bloody hedge that hasn't been pruned in probably about bloody 5 or 6, maybe 7 years or more, and it's getting quite out of hand. And the wood on it's bloody big. You can't just cut it with a pair of loppers or a hedge trimmer anymore. It's gone past that stage, and you have to take to it with a saw. And I had a bloody handsaw because I didn't want to take the machine up there on the ladder because it wasn't a very stable position. And the bloody ladder swung around on me, and I swung around with this where I was and grabbed hold of another branch. But I mean, it had already done the damage. It twisted me bloody hips. And yeah.
Damn, Dean. You're getting injured a lot.
Yeah, I am lately, Chuck. I'm not happy with it, bro. I'm not happy with it.
It's hard work living on the land. It's not easy shit at all. But I would rather live like that than be unappreciative, living in the government or a controlled system. You know,
absolutely.
I'd rather be one with myself and Mother Earth than live under somebody's rule telling me what to do.
Absolutely.
Last time I checked, we were given this place by the Creator to enjoy. I know right from wrong, or whatever that is. Maybe what I think is right, other people don't.
What I do know, the one constant thing I know about nature and being out in nature as much as I can is that you get joy. You don't feel oppressed. You might get cold. You might get a little bit hungry from what you're doing or where you are, but the landscape doesn't. To me, the landscape brings me joy. I see trees and flowers and things like hearing a river.
Oops.
There are all those things that bring me joy. So if I consider where do I find the oppression in my life, well, it's anywhere I go bloody to cities, anywhere I go near a town. I kind of feel like we're missing something when we build urbanized cities. I feel like we missed the boat, kind of thing, by getting involved in that kind of infrastructure. We should have looked for a way. We should be looking for ways to build and be in tune with nature and working with nature, so that we're not destroying any of it, but rather building it and giving it a better environment to exist in. You'd think you'd want to give a tree the best air it could get, or the best amount of carbon, so it could turn it into air. I mean, there's a bloody a company over in Canada. I think it was in the 70s and 80s. I'm not sure. I think it was around the 70s and 80s, where they were using pipelines, and they were pumping all the carbon that their company was producing. It was a mill of some sort, but they pumped their carbon in pipelines out to pine trees. And the test results of the growth of those pine trees showed a better growth rate because of the pumped carbon going out to them than just normal pine trees, So to me, I mean, an experiment like that, you'd think that would have gone off like a bloody, like a rocket. You think all the companies think, oh, look, we can grow, we could plant vast plantations of pines, pump it full of carbon, and we could sell the wood we get from it. Do you think they came up with that idea? No, the bastards, they want to destroy the place. They don't want to build it. That's what bloody pees me off. Opportunities here to help and grow with this earth as an environment is vast, instead of raping it and pillaging it. Bloody hell, yeah. I hate the government pillaging of it, knowing that there are massive holes in the ground being dug, and the extraction process and the poison that they have to use. It's just ridiculous. We had even,
look at these pics. I was all muted and shit. My bad, Dean.
What, bro?
These pics are the Vatican in Mexico. I think these are popes.
Okay, yep. Bishops bishops by the look of them. Bishops or popes, yeah. That's a pope hat, I suppose, or a bishop hat with a fucking fish mouth on, or whatever it is. Yeah, you know, bloody. If have you ever seen any of Paul Cook's stuff on? He shows where they use like 3D printing machines. He reckons them buildings have been made by 3D printing, right? And I
maybe
wouldn't
some
put
of
it
them.
past, yeah, some of them, exactly. I wouldn't put it past some of them being made by 3D printing. Yes, exactly. You know, we could do that today in a forest environment and create a home and an environment within the living environment of trees and nature itself. We've got the technology to do that shit. Why aren't we? Why do we have to clear the land like we do? You know, I mean, they say it's because we need to feed the people. Well, to me, I could just about grow enough potatoes to last me a year. I didn't quite do it this year, but I've got a plan up for next year. Don't you worry, I've got a good plan for next season. We've only been here a year, right? That's what I said to Maureen. The first year we learn. This is our learning curve. The second year, that's when we really start to make plans about how we're going to bloody set this place up. I mean, I've got blueberries and they're producing already. They've only been in the ground a year. I've got an apple tree that I grafted last season. That was last spring. And now we're going into autumn. That will flower next year. I'll get fruit off that tree next year. I've got about 3 different varieties of fruit already that I can rely on next year. The other thing we're doing is canning. What people call canning. You know, we're very fortunate, you know, to be in the right place at the right time, kind of thing. Call that the will of the universe or whatever. I don't know, you know, but because we're quite into canning and or what we call bottling over here, we were fortunate enough to run into a massive batch of AG jars. Now, these are old glass jars. Some of them are up to a gallon. I think there's 3 of them that are almost a gallon in size, their capacity, right? But most of them are just the ordinary AG jar. And you know, we haven't got a lot of fruit so far, but you know, there's apples still ripening on trees that we're waiting on the sides of the road. We go out, I know where those apple trees are. And there are people's trees that the people themselves, they don't even bloody harvest the fruit anymore. They'd sooner buy it. Oh dear. But anyway, I'll go and harvest it, and and I love putting it away. I love putting it in bottles because you know how good they are, and you know, it's like, you know, the taste of them because you've been eating the damn things. Not the damn things. You've been eating the beautiful things, and so you know they're you can expect a nice pudding at the end of the night on a bloody winter's night, you know, and it's cold. You can get out a jar of pears and make a bit of custard and have a lovely bloody pudding, you know. Wow, in the middle of winter, just because of a few jars that you bottle during the summertime or during the autumn, you know. And to me, that is living. To me, that's living, you know.
If more people had gardens, there'd be more wild fruit. I think seeds, I don't know. I got to go up to the reservoir here and see what's up with this wild fruit. Like raspberries, blueberries, raspberries.
Raspberries and blueberries. Wow, I love them, man. Raspberry jelly. Oh, mate, that's what you can put away, Chuck. Raspberry jelly. Oh,
Wasn't this the actress from Addams Family? No, that ain't her. It is?
Letitia or whatever. Yeah, Letitia or whatever her name. Yeah.
Crazy how orange juice changes the ball game. Carbs and potassium. I seen something in Florida about. I think the guy was trolling. He said they're growing apples with inside of oranges, and I'm thinking, come on.
That. Did you send me a bloody thing?
Yeah, I seen it. I don't know how real it is.
Yeah, bloody hard case. Looked like a bloody lemon. Cut it open and tasted like an apple. Yeah. Not sure about that one.
Well, he probably set it up. It's a possibility. I'm not going to say it isn't possible because I don't know. I don't slice cell seeds or none of that, so. Seems people. I went live earlier. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, I seen your head. The one had was checking it out earlier. I thought you had been.
Yeah, I figured. Let me go live for a little while.
The rebuttal bar's on.
Oh, he's live now?
Yeah, I put a like on his thing and said that I'd come over and I'll be on your panel. Put that in the chat.
Yeah, maybe I'll go over there too. Because he asked me to come by and I haven't yet. So maybe I'll go by there a little bit. I could end the live in a little while and then go over there, say what up. Because he was here a few lives ago and he's like, he wants me to come over there. So he gave a showing of his like a sneak peek of, I forgot what number he's on. Yeah, I agree with that, Tony Afterverse. The FDA's full of shit. I looked into a lot of stuff when people were getting sick from products, and they don't really test and look into it till after the fact.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do it before. That's why they're there, the FDA. But unfortunately, Somehow says, what is FDA? Is it a sport team? No, it's just another alphabet organization like CVS or the ATF or the DEA, the FBI. That's what Facebook and Instagram is, the FBI for sure. The FBI is like, let's come up with 2 platforms. What could we call them?
I mean,
FBI. Nah, Facebook and Instagram.
I bet you they're even in Telegram.
Probably. They're in them all. They could get into anything.
Of course
They're
they
watching
can.
them all. They give you a variety to make you think, you know.
Yeah.
You know, they give to make you think, you know, you have privacy and stuff. Oh, they won't be in this one, but they created all of them.
Exactly. They're all hooked up to each other.
Yeah. That's why when you go into like Instagram, they want you to put links of your other channels.
Yeah. That's so that they can get the bloody you know, they can get to work it just the same.
Yeah.
And
they want you to tie in other channels.
Tie in, exactly. They want to know what they can tie in. Yeah.
You ever notice that, like, when you go to use Peace Misael and the wise, trying to think how I did it one time. They wanted me to you could tie in every platform. You could tie in YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, you name it.
Yeah.
The next YouTube channel I make, because I think my second YouTube channel is fried. It's done.
Yeah.
Ever since I mentioned about the password and I couldn't get in, not even a week later, I couldn't get into my channel no more. So either they're watching this channel and they're doing what they can to fuck me over, or somebody that comes here works for them.
Right.
No, it's either one. It's ever since I opened my fat mouth, like I said, not even a week later, I couldn't. I thought I got striped, but I'm gonna get a hold of Google because my other phone broke, and whenever I would try to sign into that account, I forgot it. So you know, you forgot your password, and then you could reset it. Well, they wouldn't let me reset it because they kept sending it to my broken phone. I was trying to get it from my new phone.
Me too. They did that with me once. How the hell can I retrieve it if I've got a broken phone?
Exactly, Dean. Thank you. I was getting pissed. I'm like, these stupid fucking people. You know, it took me a while to build my second channel. Then my third one was even harder, and I got it caught up to my second channel. For some reason, it's harder to have other channels. People don't want to sub to other channels. I don't know what it is, but then they want me to show my face. For me to put links to they don't show my links in the description to BitChute or Instagram. It won't let me show my links to them channels. I have to show my face to them or give them a copy of my ID. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? I've been on this channel 8 years. And I gotta show my fucking face. I've shown my face. They're in all my videos in the beginning, my faces. They're still there. They can go watch it. The same voice has been used for 8 years. They need to just grow up and stop trying to control everybody.
What I know about a lot of these different companies where where they say, oh, allow them to share photos and links and stuff. If you sign up if you're going to sign up to them, you've got to allow them to do this and allow them to do that, right?
Yeah.
Allow them to share photos is one of their first questions that they always bring up.
Yeah, or cookies is another way in, I think. Them damn cookies. Every website, we use cookies. Well, I use milk.
But the thing is with those things is that once you do allow them, what happens is later on when you are trying to add a photo or a link or a video or something like that in, and they've got their power over it, you'll only get a section of your photos. You'll only get a section of the videos. You won't get them all. They won't all be there. And you can go looking all you bloody like. And so you find yourself having to share those links over manually, do it yourself type of stuff. I used to do it where I'd share my photos over to a whole different thing because they'd fucking, only allowing me to see.
How about Google? You could store your photos and save them to Google, because when my old phone broke, I put, if it wasn't for Google,
yeah, I have
all my
saved
phone numbers are remembered and all this shit.
Yeah.
I would have lost them all.
Yeah,
but now I know to put it on my chip and not Google. Put it on your chip.
Yeah. But really, I should have my own memory chip. Yeah. Maureen's got one in this phone. She's got her own memory chip. And she can transfer everything she wants to keep to that.
Like, how they say Androids are the worst phone? Oh, get a, what's the other phone? An iPhone. They can't, they got to get permission to break into it. It's not hard to jailbreak or break phones. I'm pretty sure a hacker, they could hack a fucking electric car and drive it. I'm pretty sure they could hack an iPhone.
Fucking A, man. Shit, They can do anything they bloody want, Chuck. I mean,
they're not going to sell us phones they can't watch or get in. Who would do that?
People
kid themselves. People.
Anybody says that they, no, I've got my passwords locked away and all that. You kid yourself. You kid yourself. At the end of the day, they really want them, mate. They'll find them. Yeah. Unless you keep them in your mind. You don't fucking share them out of that. And then sometimes I wonder if the bastards can get into your head sometimes and fucking,
That's what I know they listen. Because when I talk about stuff, products have showed up. Or I've talked about stuff and it'll come up on my main Google. So,
of course. I know they listen. But and people say, well, they must be getting into your head if you think about a product, but and then you see the bloody thing on the screen,
Well,
even if you only think about it, if you think about something and then you say like, I think you have to have a discussion, really, don't you? Even if it's only a couple of words with someone.
They say the mark of the beast is in the hand, well, so is our cell phone. They've probably been tracking people since, I think about that concept of them being underground and these so-called resets, if they happened, they were probably underground watching what people do, studying them, what happens when they do a reset and people are starving, what they do to eat, how they react. They probably had cameras everywhere and people just didn't know what a camera was, and they watch and study us. They're sick, demented, fucking people, maybe. I can't say that's fact either, but it's my theory. These people seem very demented.
Everything,
Like what? They say they're for the people, but they got to walk around with security guards. Like Mike Tyson said, if you're truly for the people and you're loved by the people, you wouldn't walk around with security. You would shake people's hands. They don't do none of that because they know they're fucking hated. They're scumbags.
I look at this life that we talk about, life. We're alive. You're talking to me. I'm talking to you. That kind of thing. in a body. We're in a body. To say that you want to live forever, to want to live forever, I already think we're the spirit of, or the being that is me, my soul, my essence, whatever. I kind of feel it does, and that I've chosen this life experience, and you know, people say, "Oh, why would you come here?" But you know, if all you'd ever had was to sit behind one machine and push one fucking button the whole bloody time,
come here. Oh shit!
and then somebody said to you, "Hey, look, you can go and live a life as a living organism on this plane of existence they call the Earth." Would you have a go at it? Do you think you'd have a go at it, or think you just want to sit at that machine?
I think we had to go at it.
Hey,
I think that we made a choice to come here.
bloody oath, we did. I reckon. And
I think we're energies in flesh suits. These are our vehicles. That's why at night we park the vehicle in the bed. You know, like a don't they call?
We park it on the socket where it regenerates. Eh? You know.
Yeah. If we laid on the earth,
power into a bloody into a socket, isn't it? You know, we lie on a bed and regenerate, right?
Yeah. What about I remember when I used to go camping and I would lay on the floor because your spine's on the ground.
Yeah.
I would get some of the best sleeps and feel charged up in the morning compared to sleeping on a fucking bed. That's factual. I ain't just saying that. I could see the difference. And
yeah,
man,
I know what you're saying. I know the difference too. I mean, I've slept on the ground. People say, "Oh, you fucking, hard on your back." Nah, actually, I think I get a better sleep on the ground. It's just people tend to roll over. It's very hard to sleep on your back and stay sleeping on your back. You tend to want to turn over. And the ground can get hard. You might get a little bit of rock under one hip. It'll wake you up. But yeah, I love camping. Love me bloody camping. Haven't been hasn't really. I'm too involved in this place at the moment to go and do any real camping.
damn, I fucked up. I was gonna show this clip and I erased it earlier. Damn it. I just uploaded it onto my channel though, but
okay.
I wanted to show it now, but it won't fix too much memory. Have you seen this video, Dean? Oh, what the hell? Check this video out. I want to do this, man. I need to get one of these lasers.
Okay, so some people are talking about this video. This guy pointed a green laser at the moon. And what's interesting is it appears like it actually made it to the moon. So some people are asking, how is this possible? After all, the moon is apparently over 238,000 miles away from the Earth. What do you think's going on here?
Yeah, he was definitely hitting the moon. It ain't no 200,000 miles away. People they think they could look up and see. when I bring up to my friends, I'll be like, bro, if we were at a desert, right, and you were able to see to your line of sight, you know, to your, what do they call it, your horizon, or
Yeah.
your sight, whatever, your horizons, I don't know what it's called, but you can't
Line of
even
sight.
see probably, let's say, let's go on a mountain. I'll give the benefit of the doubt. You probably only could see 5 miles, 10 miles the most, right? On top of a mountain, maybe 20.
Well, if
But
you're
either way,
standing on, if
you
you're
ain't seeing no
standing
light
on,
years away.
yeah, we don't see light years, but you can see 100 miles though, Chuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to get too exaggerate. But yeah, however far you can see, man, put it that way. It's not 280,000 miles away or fucking light years from stars. Like, stars are way closer than people think. Way closer. I think I've outzoomed stars a few times. So I gotta find the video where the guy zoomed in on the light. It was a light on a light on a radio tower, and it looked just like a star. It was vibrating like a star does. And he zoomed out. It was a fucking light, and I said, "No way!" It made me think: is the firmament got lights in it? What if we lived in a giant greenhouse that the Titans built? That's what this place seems to be—a big greenhouse.
Well, the possibility of using a giant's eye as a big greenhouse is there, right?
I think giants and these big trees still exist outside our realm, and they keep all the good stuff hidden to them. They keep us in the cesspool, and they get the good stuff for themselves. And we allow it and let it happen. Just sit back. It blows my mind, like how we just accept all this. It is fucking insane, bro.
Yeah, I know. To me, if I had the choice of sitting behind a machine, pushing a button, or having a life experience, why would I choose to come here to this one if there's that one outside?
Well, we've been trapped here and told we live on a ball flying through space. So people think, shit, we know more. Well, I think we know more about here. People say we know more about outer space than what's in our oceans. I don't think so. I think we know about our oceans more than outer space. I think most of the shit they put out about this so-called outer space is all imagination. It's bullshit. I could, you know, if I had a boat, I probably would try and find a way to this so-called wall. Like, we don't even know if that's true.
Yeah,
all the pictures that they put out is from them.
Yeah, all we need is somebody like yourself or me to win a very large substantial, or come across a very large substantial amount of money that would say, all right, let's team together, get a bloody a flotation going, and maybe even build balloons and boats that could fly in unison, you know?
We could go to a boat guide, Dean, and we could be like, let's test drive it, and be like, see ya.
Well, I think, you know, like every time they talk about bloody these excursions to the Antarctic and stuff like that, even in the early days, they took planes planes and stuff like old Bird took planes and helicopters, right? Well, you know, to me, I would say in the early days you would have had sailing ships going there that were probably taking balloons, right? And imagine what you could see with a balloon.
Hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I barely see hot air balloons anymore. I remember growing up, they would have this place in Connecticut where you could, like, there would always be hot air balloons in the fall. Always. Just hundreds of them taking off. Now you don't see that shit no more. Like, this world is lame. People don't get out and do stuff no more. It's always digital.
That's what I'm talking about. It's that people have lost that drive for adventure.
Yep. Next thing you know, people will be dressing the same. They'll all be cloned out. Instead of being unique and creative and being yourself, people want to be like something else.
Well, the thing is, if you've lived in a world without balloons, without that kind of sailing adventure, how many generations like that would it take before you wouldn't even know that a balloon existed? Or that a sailing ship?
1 or 2 decades.
Couple of decades, and nobody'd even know. You know, I mean, you could have a bubble of a little city of people, and they probably wouldn't even know that there is such a thing as outer space. You know, or not even such a thing.
Well, look at the globe, Dean. 1920s, they took the flat Earth out of the schools. There's a woman what's his name? You know, whether he paid her to say this, you could say anything. I've looked at it from all angles, but he interviewed an old woman in Connecticut, and she said when she was in school, they taught you the Earth was flat, the ocean's level, sea level, all this stuff. And she remembers when they started to teach the globe, and there's a big thing about that. They were fighting against teaching that because it was a lie. It's a theory. But hey, now everyone believes they're flying through space on the ball, but you know, you don't feel it when you go upside down, but when you're on your roller coaster, you feel when you go upside down. I mean, come on.
And when you try and talk to people about it, they look at you like you're the fucking idiot. And you're the one believing in a bloody idiot a theory, right?
Yeah, it says gravity's a theory. They can't even measure or contain gravity. I think it's just something's lighter or heavier. I mean,
it's
as simple as that.
Buoyancy. Of course it is. Yeah. I mean, anything that's denser, what's denser than steel? Right?
I want to know what the sun is.
You know what's denser than steel? Like iron? Mercury. You can float a bloody anvil. A steel anvil weighs 100 fucking kilos. You can float it on mercury because mercury is more dense than steel.
I've seen that. I've seen stuff like that. Where did I see that before? I think it was Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah. So why can bloody how does that work? Bloody.
Remember that dude, Bill Nye? Oh no, you probably don't remember Bill Nye the Science Guy.
I do know Bill Nye the Science Guy.
I used to watch that. He even tells you the Earth is a contained. I remember that episode, and then I seen it again from ODD. I miss ODD TV coming out with videos and shit. He created his own stuff, man. He did a good job, I need to stop being lazy and take my music more serious and start investing.
Yeah.
I just want to create one good album, and then that's it. That's all I care about. I need to sound clear too.
Whatever that is.
What, to sound clear? So there's no like.
Do you think it doesn't sound clear enough?
No.
Okay. So sound clear, you mean sound clear is like it makes every piece.
The studio does something to the voice, or maybe it's the microphone. You need like a good microphone.
Okay.
Because I want to be able to talk normal. You know, people go in the studio, they yell or they scream, they do whatever. Me, I just want to sound normal. Speak normal and they'll still pick your voice up loud. Those are good microphones.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm not much. Don't have much knowledge to talk to on that. Haven't heard from him for a while.
Lackluster. Oh, I found out today. Check this shit out. I had talked to a friend, man, and he said, hey, he wanted me to show him how to use the phone to do something. So they got internet here for $10 a month. I'm about to get that shit. So then I won't have this bullshit with my laptop to where I could play my share stuff without my voice sounding like I'm borging out like freaking Star Trek or something.
Okay.
I'm amped up. $10. That's cheap. It's probably the worst fucking internet in the world. Internet should be free. These people made. Imagine just putting a signal out and you charging people. All that money.
Well, if we didn't have to pay for power and the amenities type side of things, I think things would be a lot different for a lot of people. That's for sure. But I think the old rich fat cats wouldn't like that so much, because they wouldn't be getting such a big cut.
I want to see this video.
Everything's about a big cut.
Damn, these downloaded videos, check this shit out, man. If I got a video from my camera, it takes forever to upload. But if it's a downloaded video, it uploads like that. I mean, I don't know, StreamYard. You got to get your shit together. Fuck. I'm going to make a video proving that planes are spitting something out of them. Now, I've also heard planes are running on, they say they're running on pressured water, I guess. Something like a pressure washer or something like that. Maybe that's what the tanks were for. I'm looking into it. But I'm going to prove they're spraying something because people say, oh, it's cold up there. And I got a picture of that airplane. I think it was cold that day. I remember it was like negative something. The plane was flying. Nothing was barely coming out the back. See this. Seeing those lines, those waves, they're shooting fucking waves of energy up there. I don't think wind does that. I don't care. No one says. shoot that again. Look at the waves. I wish I had a better fucking camera.
Bad. It looks horrible.
They're like vortexes coming off the spray itself, off the one line itself.
Yeah.
You know?
Right? That's what I'm seeing. Like, there's something there,
spraying.
man. It's creating something.
Yeah.
Look, and then when you turn this way, facing, this would be south. No, west.
Definitely vortexes,
coming
I
from the
reckon. They
east.
come off the side. They're the ones that create
way.
the waves. They've got to do.
And they're spraying in front of the sun. It's
Oh,
always
I've seen one.
cold as
I've got
hell.
a picture on my bloody phone. Of course, I haven't got it now, but it looks like a bloody
See, there's nothing
cigar.
on the west.
It's where it was a cigar, but it's got all these
Pretty.
lines through it.
Anyway, I'm out.
Yeah, it's bloody. I've seen some pretty amazing shots just from the spray lines. I said to Maureen the other morning when I got up, I said, "Come have a look at this." They've been busy all night. I reckon they work all night around here, because in the daytime you never seem to see as much of it as you do in the day, as you do in the early morning or late evening.
I wonder how people put their chat up on the screen.
They might share screen with when they've got a video. Or you,
I wonder if you shared your own live screen, what would happen?
Yeah.
Come on, video. Alright. You could unmute, but look at this shit. I think this was the contrail. Because it was disappearing. Is it this one? I think so. Yeah, because you could even kind of see it disappearing. Yeah, see it? It's going away. That's a contrail.
Yeah.
That's why I recorded it, because I'm gonna put it in the video to show the difference between a contrail and a chemtrail. Use my own footage. That's why I liked ODD, man, because he used his own creativity, and he created his own visuals as he told what he was talking about. He did a good job. Now he's on BitChute, or he's somewhere else.
Okay.
Get a picture of the cloud?
Huh?
Get a picture of the clouds?
Yeah. All the chemicals.
He's coming back on the cloud, too.
I don't know what he said after that.
All the spraying.
I want to see what he would say, his reaction, when I said chemicals.
They love spraying. Look at this one cloud. Boop. It's all by itself. That's why I started recording, because of that. It's just chilling there, bro, by itself. There's nothing else around it. And I'm talking for a minute to the left or right. There's nothing. Somehow it just appeared there. He said taking pictures of the clouds. I should have said, nah. Taking pictures of your mom. She's like, no, I wouldn't have said that. You got a whole day ahead of you, Dean.
Yep. Sun's nice.
For you.
It's about 10:29, nearly 10:30 a.m. Might go down and
Winter time
get
sucks, bro. Winter time is coming for you.
Yeah, it's on its way. It's cooling down.
Look at this clip I got from a movie. It was called, I think, Anon, A-N-O-N. And they walk around in a movie and they have something in their eyeball, but when you look at somebody, their name comes up and all their like information and shit. Like everyone sees like that. And even for buildings, the address will come up. It's like a digital realm. And this is what they showed for the firmament. Look at this shit. It made me think. Isn't that something, man? Imagine looking at the sky and that's what you see, it charted out for you and everything. Like, I'll play it again. You could unmute.
Oh, it's unmuted now.
I mean, that's crazy. What if the stars are that already? Like a digital screen. And the stars are, or the stars could be like holograms.
Yeah, it's dropping in and out. The mic's turns on, turns off, and it's not really getting to come through.
Oh, mine?
No, I didn't see the picture. It didn't come through.
Oh, hold on. That's crazy. You can see the grid.
No, nothing came through, bro. And my mic mute. It says video mic is muted while video plays, and I don't see anything.
Do you guys see something in the chat? Anyone see anything when I play it?
Even tells me my mic is muted. Your mic is muted while video plays, but I don't see the video.
Do you see this?
I see that. Yep. And that. I see the waterfall and the bridge going over. Or whatever it is. Yep.
Well, maybe they got some sort of a blocker or something on there. That's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder if London's still alive. Maybe I.
Is the
What?
live chat seeing what you got going?
I asked
Anybody
them.
in
They
the
didn't
live?
say nothing.
Yeah.
Let me look. I'm gonna look up for myself. Split my screen in half on my phone. I think that's awesome, man. It's a handheld fucking computer in your hand. When I was growing up, I shit you not, I thought of creating something like this, man. I said, what if we could have music, a TV? I was thinking of combining all this shit, and my friend told me, it'll happen. And I was like, I didn't believe it. And now look, 20 years later, I got the whole world. No, the whole world in your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to like not share any of my videos that I ever put out. I only get like the most 150 views. Like, you know, especially this one, I called it Science. Has it gone too far? And there's a clip from the movie Divinity, and then I put a few things that I looked up, and then people could, I'm not gonna do an hour video. I want people to go look for themselves. You just don't watch one video and be content with the information. There's more to it than one person's perception.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Was it showing my video? I'll tell you right now.
You having a look at that?
I'm trying to see. Anyway, fuck that shit, man. I'll look later.
So what's your plan for the week?
What do I got planned?
Mm.
Let me show you the pictures.
What picture have you got? I'm just watching. We've gone 2 hours. It's got, you watch the bloody seconds and it goes 27, 28, 9, 30, 30. Okay, it's sticking to it now. Sometimes it'll do two at once. 47, 45, 47. Mm. You there? We lost you. You there, Chuck? I don't know what's going on. I need to play some music, maybe. We got any music here? Come on, chickens. Sing a song for us. Oh,
Man,
little,
booted myself out.
Swallow.
All right, I'm gonna show you these pictures, Dean.
Sweet.
All right.
Plug this, Ben.
I just took a picture of the Elks Lodge. So some people might not know other branches of the Masonic Lodge and all that, or the Freemasons.
Yeah.
This is the building right here. But this architecture, these are on the corners of the buildings, like on the top of the building. And it makes me wonder if these are little places. Even this building has something like it. This is the building down from it. They have these little places up in there. What if that's where Mercury was or something to get the energy? You know, it was like a little place in the building where these things were pulling
Like
from the ether.
Yeah, like a capacitator of some sort that holds and store the charge, right? Or to convert it.
This is 1875 on the building. I think these buildings are older than that.
Yeah, I kind of feel they're a lot older than we're taught. I kind of feel like anything up to the 1300s, we really don't know that much about. We're sort of a dark age that we're not really told about.
And a lot of these buildings, I'm gonna take more, have these things. I see them all over, man. Even 2-family houses have them. It's like, they ain't flag posts, I'll tell you that. You could put a flag on there to cover it up, say, for a decoration.
Well, the other thing too is in the old days, they seemed to use fireplaces for a different reason. They weren't a fireplace; it was more like a convection chamber, right?
I would make that a smoke room for sure. Especially this one. It would have to be connected to one of them apartments, the apartment underneath it. They got a little extra room.
It would be a great place to serve, to view the city.
Yeah. Huh.
Have a big smoking lounge up there. Everybody can sample different herbs and get a surround view.
Wonder if London's still alive. Let's see who's in the chat. Naga.
Hey, Naga.
I was thinking about just ending the live. Maybe going over there.
Yeah, I'm going to pop over there, say hi, and see what the conversation's about.
Appreciate you coming through, Dean. This was a
Yeah, no
good
worries.
discussion.
Thanks for sending the link. And
Oh,
yeah,
Nagas came up. I didn't even see him come up. Naga was back there. My bad, Naga. It didn't even make a sound when you came up. Maybe you came up when I got booted out.
Yeah, for sure. Because as soon as I hopped in, and then a couple of seconds later, I heard you say that you was booted out. But I didn't even know
hey,
you was
Naga, you
live.
going?
I didn't even know you was live because I was live myself. I just ended my stream. And I see that you live. I'm like, oh wow, I didn't even know you was live.
Shit, I got to make sure I have the hold on, let me go to. So when you go live, I'll get a an alert, Naga. You just started going live, like you just made a channel.
Yeah, I had it already. I had a channel, and then I lost it, and then I made another one. I just never went live on it. And a lot of people I was having conversation with, throughout the YouTube street. Some people heard me from you. Some people heard me from Bex. And some people, heard me from the rest of the community, and they was asking me why I don't have a channel, and I should do it. So I was telling them like, yeah, I'm doing it, but I'm not really, didn't want to force it, and then
Yeah.
I end up, go live, one time, I had a live setup for me to go live, yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday I had a live, set up for me to go live. I had set up, a live stream, and then when it's time for me to go live, you were still, live, because uh the live end up got interested, so you were still live. So I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna go live and then share your live. And I told you that, I don't know if you remember, I told you that yesterday that that I was, sharing your live, on my stream. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah, I
yesterday.
wasn't even subbed to your channel. I just subbed. I could have sworn I was subbed to your channel. I subbed to everybody who subs to me, but maybe that was your old channel. But now I'm
Yeah,
subbed.
so yeah, definitely probably was my old channel. But yeah, yesterday I did my first live, and then today, I went live again, just testing the water because I didn't really sure if I was gonna be able to go live because a lot of people was telling me you need at least 50 subs to be able to go live. So, and I ain't had no 50 subs, I only had like 20, 26 or 20 something subs. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to go live, but I tried it, and it worked. So I'm like, okay.
Huh. So if you do StreamYard, you gotta wait 24 hours. Some shit. At least I did.
Yeah, I did. I had StreamYard, for a long time. Like I said, I already had a channel, I just lost it, because I ain't had no access to the email address. So I couldn't sign in, to my channel. So I just created another one. But I already, had StreamYard. I guess because I used the same name, or I don't know, or I got lucky. I don't know what the fuck it is. I just know I tried, and I was able to go live. So yeah. But yeah, what's going on, Dean?
Ah, I'm just cruising actually. Just had a bit of a laugh up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking banged up. I just smoke too.
Just thinking about the what Chuck was talking about earlier of the nanotech, and
Yeah, I was showing the old architecture. I bet you Brooklyn has buildings that have this. The old ones.
no, I was talking about the what you're talking about, the nanotech from earlier on.
Oh, with what's his name's video, Sir Drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a foreboding subject.
Well,
uh,
you said Brooklyn probably had. Oh, go ahead, Dean.
just to think that, yeah, that, I mean, you got to think, if you think on the terms, in the terms of on the eye of a needle, and nanotech of that type, it's like it's easier to pass. What is it? It's easier for a camel to pass through an eye of a needle. That kind of thing starts sort of going through your mind, just what kind of scope does that type of technology have?
What, you talking about the buildings?
No, about
Yeah, these.
nanotech that actually is so minute. No, it's
Oh
so
yeah.
minute that
Sir
it
Drop
can.
is. They got microscopic bugs or insects and birds, and they're like drones. He was talking about them. I played his video earlier.
Oh shit, that's facts. Me personally, I think I think that I was able to I had certain bugs that was trying to get my blood. Like literally, because it's a couple of times I was around people, you know, and certain type of bugs that don't even look like regular bugs. I don't even know what the fuck type of bugs they are, was just around me, you know, and I tried to, you know, kill that motherfucker, and that motherfucker moves so fast, move faster than a fucking that bro, that shit move faster than a fucking alien shit, bro. I was like,
That little bastard, you couldn't catch him.
yeah, I'm like, man, I know you. I'm like, at first I'm looking at, I'm like, man, I know this shit is not some type of natural shit. I'm about to break that, kill that motherfucker. As soon as I grab something, that motherfucker just disappear right away. And I go back and talking, and this be the time that I'm talking like I'm dropping jewels around my friends. It's not like we're just talking about some bullshit. Like we're talking about real shit. We
Yeah.
dropping, and that motherfucker just come around like multiple times. In my head, I'm like, yeah, I know I'm dropping that real shit. That nigga trying to get my blood to find out, who the fuck I am for real, where my blood come from, what, And I'm like, nah, I'm about to kill that motherfucker, man. I'm telling you, bro, that motherfucker disappear in a heartbeat.
It's like it knows you're gonna kill it.
Literally, bro, it's like he was listening the whole time. He was listening. Okay, you think you're gonna kill me, nigga? I'm finna get away from you and come right back.
Yeah. I have, like I've had incidents where I've had little bugs fly around me, and I think to myself, where the bloody hell are you come from? And what's the attraction? What's the
Word,
attraction?
word, shit. And I heard that that like they said that they got rid of all the birds, right, in the 1800 or in the 1900, right? So all the birds that we're looking at, not these birds like when you go in the wild in the jungle, but I'm talking about when it comes to the city. When it comes to the city, all the birds that we see in the city, we think they're regular birds. they are not regular birds because all the regular birds already move away from the toxins, in the city, you know, from all the pollutants, that's in the city, the toxic, locations, the all these things that's in the
Yeah.
city, the birds move away from these things, right? So the bird that we see in the city, like dove, you feel me, like pigeons and shit, these are not real birds. They're like
Yeah,
robots.
I seen a
They're like,
video of a guy, what you're talking about there with a pigeon. He actually had a pigeon and he opened it up and it just didn't bleed, you know. It seemed to be hollow inside.
facts. I seen them motherfuckers in New York that got hit and they crush up all in the on the floor. They don't got there is no blood. For
Yeah,
real. It just looked like some type of 3D type of meat, right? It looked like
yeah,
some type of something that looked like meat, but you can tell it's not really meat. For
yeah, it's
real.
quite crazy. Yeah.
And
And
I
I
see
mean, if,
birds also. I see them little birds also, that they got hit, by cars, they got hit by certain things. They do not look like meat at all. What type
yeah,
of
well,
birds
that,
that don't got no blood?
so there's
They look,
that type of technology. But I mean, you get something naga that we're talking like on the point of a needle, you know. That's a whole different ball game, isn't it? You know.
hell yeah.
Chuck's got a picture up here, um, where the camera's in the eye and the microphone and the wireless antenna, CPU, battery, inductive charging coils in the feet.
Yeah, Charles got one right there in the on the screen. That
Yeah.
ain't you can't make this shit up. You just can't make this shit up.
And so, we're talking about like that's a bird. That's a fairly big operation, and we know we're seeing fairly sizable sort of drones out there. We all know what they look like, but um, you know, um,
I really think these are the satellites. You know how a certain shit happen, certain crimes happen, and then you see that when it come to court, right? They got some type of or video footage, right? Footage that come,
yeah,
from above, right? And they're trying to say it's some type of satellite, or they're trying to say it's some type of whatever, or it was a camera that was planted. I be thinking it's the birds. They use the birds, the birds is drones. What I'm saying. They use this type of bird to spy on people. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yeah,
and and get data from you.
and start using owls at night on you.
Real shit.
Yeah,
Because I remember, man, I used to sell drugs, right? Back in probably 2000, 2015, 2016. And I was like, man, it's certain things that I used to be doing. It's certain places that I'm busting the move. I'm like, why the fuck is this bird over here looking at me? Why the fuck is this bird like? It's nothing for this bird to eat right now, right there. Why is the bird just come right there near me? You know what I'm saying? Like acting like he's looking for something or he's eating something. Man, the place that I'm at right now ain't no way for you to be. So you're supposed to be here as a bird. You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
yeah.
Because I was very skeptical. When I was, when I was on the field, when I was doing what I was doing, I was
Well, you
very
have to be a
aware.
little bit suspicious, don't you? You know.
Yeah, I was very aware. Anything to me looked suspicious. I had to question it. Like, man, is that a coincidence? You know. So, like I said, I'd be thinking that the CIA and the FBI using birds, to spy on people.
Well, I think the birds is one way, but I think there's a whole lots of other ways that are coming about too. I mean,
Yeah,
um,
bugs is a
but
way, bird is a way.
This
You
way.
know, because the camera can only do so much, right? You need a moving camera. You know what I'm saying? You need a
Those are
camera
the
that
nano. Those are the little nano grippers. I seen them.
it's like how you know how they when they use the informant, when they use the informant, they gotta put the camera on the informant, right? So the informant can literally go into the places, into these things, so they could literally see everything that's going on with their camera. They're using the bird as informant because the camera, if the camera is stable, you can only get a certain amount of visual. But if the camera is moving, especially in the air, man, you get a whole 360 view.
For sure.
And if it's
Got
a
camera.
bug, if it's a bug that moving in another thing, you get it. You know what I'm saying? You get all type of view on from all type of angles. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it's in the video that's a drop or so, doing. He said, a blanket of nanotech could go down and work in unison. So I mean, you could have bloody 50,000 minute bugs all working together on the same subject, right?
Facts. All you just need to program all these bugs, from the same program.
Yeah,
They're all being programmed. You just with the press of a button, all these bugs, they went the direction that they're being programmed to. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
and all that data is coming into one thing. So you have all these pieces of the data, all these pieces of evidence that give you the whole picture that you want to see.
Which is the same kind of principle as big businesses run today. They use a whole lot of people to do the same things, right?
Real shit.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Program. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I
I'm about
think
to jump off of here in a minute.
yeah. So I think a lot of things that they say, oh, there is some information that got leaked, from certain people in the government. I think they be using birds to spy on each other. They don't even know it, because
Yeah,
it's the CIA, is the CIA and the FBI, and this type of information is classified. You feel me?
exactly. Exactly. You'll never know.
It is.
Bloody stuff's
Yeah.
classified. You'll have a paper trail that's that bloody long trying to find out where to start, let alone
Hell yeah.
you get anywhere. Yeah.
In certain things that you heard that they have on certain politicians, you're like, how the fuck they find that out? He's not a regular person. He's a, you know what I'm saying? He's the politician. Like, he's a high ranking politician, right? How the fuck y'all know that about him? Y'all had to spy on him. And especially y'all not just saying that, y'all got evidence, y'all got the proof that he did it. Man, okay. Okay. For
Hey,
real.
well, thanks very much, Chuck, for having us up, and yeah, good stuff, bro.
Hell yeah.
And great to have a chat to you, Naga, too, and yeah, talk about these things because that's an impending future that we've got to look at.
Yeah, now I know when you go live, now I could come over there.
Hey, hell yeah, bro. Now, thank you, for the subs for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to go live, like after your live, because I know, I be trying to, catch your live, if I wake up early, because I know your live be starting like around 8, 9 o'clock. So I be trying to catch your live, and then, when your live end, and then I try to go live. So I try to make it like a timing thing. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm not trying to be live at the same time you go live, because the same people that know me, they know you. It's like, okay, people are gonna be bouncing back and forth. Okay, all right, let me go see what that guy's talking about. Let me go see what Chuck is talking about. So it's
For
better.
that, I could go over there. We could have everyone go there.
Can you put
Right.
your link in the back chat, Naga, so I can hook up to it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure, I definitely do that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate y'all for sure. I think I'm gonna put the link in the. I'm gonna put the link in the back chat and probably in the chat also.
Peace to everyone in the chat. Dom, Mark Basket.
Hey, Dom. Hey, Mark.
It's almost Easter time, Mark. That's a perfect name for Easter, Mark Basket. That was corny, right? Peace to Sun Mouth, Fools and Tools. Tony Afterverse. What else came through? Trying to think. Let me look. Christos came through.
Yeah, Extos, Missile, only the wise, stop by.
So Ama.
Yep.
Peace to
Sure.
everybody.
Fools and tools.
Damn, did he even... Hold on. I don't even know if he grabbed your link, Naga.
Oh, I don't. I think he probably, he probably gonna get it. Probably even if he's not gonna get it today, I'm pretty
I'll
sure
send
he's
it
gonna
to
go.
him. I'm gonna send it to him right now.
For sure. Oh yeah, I forgot I got your email too, so I could have literally sent you the link to your email, and you could have, you could have got it.
Yeah, I'll send him the link on Telegram.
All right.
Yeah, if you're gonna go live tomorrow, Naga, I'll come through there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna try to go live. After you live, probably like around 2, 3 o'clock. Between around that time, I try to go live. For sure.
All right. Peace, everyone in the chat, man. I'll check you out tomorrow. And I'm out like trout, drinking the Guinness stout.
Peace.